All right, it is definitely snow tires, not all season tires, mandatory, or chains. The snow tires are awesome though. Super happy with these Blizzaks. I know the Michelin Ice X's also rate well. Last time I looked at Consumer Reports. There's all kinds of other less famous brands. But yeah, so I just drove about 100 miles through all kinds of counties and socioeconomic situations and commercial and non-commercial, and I saw 0 Thanksgiving decorations, which is totally fine. But we did 8 weeks of Halloween, which is totally cool. And I get why we don't do Thanksgiving because it's racist, but I would think that all these areas where they're super into MAGA and white supremacist adjacent, as well as white supremacy unabashed iconography and slogans and signage, decorations, 0 Thanksgiving decorations. So my thesis is, I've noticed talking to, just being at these sort of red country spots, pulling over on the motorcycles or what have you, where people don't know that I'm highly educated. My blue eyes, they'll say crazy shit in front of me. And basically all the white supremacists, whether unabashed or white supremacist sort of stealth, they all claim to be Native Americans. The so-called white Indian phenomenon is what I've termed it. And they all believe that they're Native Americans. And I have the utmost respect for all Native American peoples and cultures and First Nations, to the north, like the speakers of the, Ojibwe, and I don't know the name of the languages, but yeah, there is such a rich history of First Nations people. But yeah, in Oregon, if you ever meet a white supremacist and their guard is down and they think that you're one of them, they will gleefully tell you that they're part Native American. To a man. The corollary that's kind of interesting is all the upper class ones, not upper class in terms of education, but the ones with money, they all encourage their daughters to become veterinarians. And the idea is that when there's the revolution, heaven forbid, but this is all by their lights, flat-footedly, that the veterinarians will know how to administer medicine to the family. So all these well-to-do guys that own farms and ranches, they'll come over and talk to you if you pull over on your motorcycle to take some photos or take a breath of fresh air. And either they or their daughters will come over and talk to you and tell you about their burgeoning or planned or midway or recently completed veterinarian programs. So they all want to become veterinarians, but not to help the animals, to help father when he gets sick during the revolution. So yeah, it's very strange. So there's no decorations for Thanksgiving, but as a matter of 100% fact, I am the direct descendant of people that came over on the Mayflower. So I just think it would be hilarious if I went full buckles and shit, just been like, yo, we doing the Mayflower now. But I understand that they were eating eels instead of turkeys, and the horrible legacy of colonialism and all those topics, and that Thanksgiving might be sort of whitewashed, no pun intended, but certainly applies, and all of that. So we know that Thanksgiving probably was not how it was told, but ideally it is about integration and harmony and gratitude. I think unfortunately it's just that people are so gluttonous, myself unfortunately at times included, that there's no special day of Halloween, also a celebration of gluttony. Thanksgiving, it's like every day is Thanksgiving feast. Like, people like to eat foods that are more hyper palatable than they commonly eat on Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving unless they're like deep frying the turkey or something, or extra sugaring up the cranberry sauce or something. But like, yeah, every day is a feast. So yeah, we are feeling super blessed. We are descended from the Mayflower, so that is, of course, a lot of guilt, but I am okay with my whiteness, which sounds facetious, but that's actually, critical race theory. It's like, yeah, if I had white fragility, I would claim to be a Native American, like all the white supremacists and QAnons and MAGA folk. But I'm not. I'm not Native American as far as I know. I really respect Native Americans. And growing up in New Mexico and California, I've always been exposed to Native Americans. My father would read me Eve Ball's oral histories of the Apache, which, although he's conservative, not my father, but Dan Carlin is kind of a conservative midwit. My dad was a open-minded highbrow, but Dan Carlin does a great episode on the Apache, drawing from Eve Ball, and it's really quite spectacular. Like when they talk about cutting the tent and the way they would just disappear into the sand, super, super remarkable. But yeah, man, I don't have any super specific plans for Thanksgiving other than, to deeply practice gratitude. And yeah, it looks really, really nice today, man. I just wish that my wife was able to be here with me. Just love her to pieces, and she is out of town right now, but she will be back soon. Oh. All right. Yeah, man, so we're just going to take our time, stay nice and safe, nice and chill. We're not going to overdo it. We have the whole season. We got our pass. We got our brand new snow tires. So there's no reason to hurry or get overexcited. It's a great thing about coming all the time, is you don't want to get super excited. Just take it easy. Oh man, full self-driving sounds nice. It really worked. All right. Feeling very, very blessed. Lots of gratitude. Lots of mahalo, man.